How does one? I don't even know. I don't even know if I can wear this hat. Oh, actually, I can still hear pretty good. Does it look weird with the cans on? It does. What if I like flipped it up? Or what about this? Hold on. This is going to be the thing. We go like this. I want to see what it looks like. Is it weird? It's definitely weird. I mean, we could... No, I don't want a flashlight. We could do a pod with no headphones. I'm wearing it like this.
It is funny.
I'm wearing it like this.
How do I look with it with the fucking headphones? Does it make sense?
You look like one of two things.
Let me get situated here.
You're either a private eye that's been hired to follow somebody and track their comings and goings, or you're a library pervert who Googles inappropriate things on a public computer.
I don't like that one, dude. I don't want that reference, bro.
I would lean more towards the PI, though.
I can't really fucking see with these sunglasses on, dude. How does it look? Does it look doofy with the headphones on? I mean, you look like you have a massive cone head, dude, with it
count
over
it. There's one bleep. I was just about to say we're going to try to not curse as much. We're going to try to keep it Christian.
It's in my vocab, man. I try so hard not to do it, but whatever, dude. I'll bleep myself. But does it look okay? Should I go no cans?
I think it looks good with the headphones on.
Okay. Yours is more massive.
The brim is not as big. Is that as far as you can get that down on your head?
Yeah, it's tight.
Come on, pull it down in the front just a touch.
It's tight, dude.
You got a big head.
I do have a big head.
That's crazy. So I found this hat. Lean down so people can get the full effects. They can just see the Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
You can't really see it?
Yeah, you can see it.
Okay.
I've been reorganizing and going through a ton of old boxes and things that have been packed away for the longest time. It sucks having so much stuff because you really want to declutter, but at the same time you want to make sure you're not potentially throwing away something you couldn't live without, even though you didn't know it still existed.
Yeah, you always got to double check because you might find something where you're like, oh my god, I forgot I had this, right? Yeah.
So he's giving me a hard time, and he's saying that that's a kid hat because it is, because I wore that.
Okay, it was. That was right.
In second grade for Twin Day with my second grade best friend, Trey Harper. I think he's a doctor now.
Oh, shit.
He definitely is doing more important things than I am. If they did
man.
a Where Are They Now.
You know what? We're spreading and sharing laughs, dude. Someone would argue that's really important as well, dude. You know what I'm saying? Laughter's the best medicine, dude.
You look good.
The medicine of the soul, bro.
Did you ever, speaking of glasses, have you ever worn contact lenses?
Never.
Oh, you've never done it?
I've never even tried it.
Is it because you don't want to touch your eye and fiddle with that, or?
Correct. I don't like the idea of something going literally on my eyeball, and I don't like the idea of like for me, even eye drops.
You guys were giving me a hard time about how I was doing my eye drops.
Yeah, this guy literally puts the thing like in his eye and then squeezes it. Most normal people put it above and drip it on.
Because I have terrible timing when I look at it. I always blink. I always blink exactly when the drop comes. So in order to make sure it gets in the eye, I just put it in the eye and just
so aggressive, dude.
Just drown the eye out.
But no, I just don't like things in my eye. And then I know other people that had contact lenses, and I had horror stories of like someone got it where they were like stuck on their eye and they had to go get it like medically removed and stuff like that. So it's like, ooh,
there's a scene from this show that was on. It's on. I think it's still on Netflix, but it had a short run. It was like maybe 2 or 3 seasons. I believe it was called Love. It's some kind
I know you're talking about. Yeah,
it's some kind of love show. It's got that nerdy guy who's been. I don't know the actor's name. He's been in a bunch of movies. If you saw him, you'd know him. And then, but anyways, the female lead on the show, on one of the episodes, was hanging out with Andy Dick, and they did acid or something and just rode the train in LA, or rode the tram. I'm not an LA person. I don't know. Rode the subway?
No,
there's no LA subway. Is there something I'm missing?
I don't think so. I think it's tram. I think it's tram.
But anyways, they're tripping balls, and Andy Dick pulls out a thing of eye drops and just starts going to town on his eyes, and it's wild because he's just staring at the drops and just blasting the saline into his eyes.
He's such a weird guy, dude. That guy's like a guy where if he came on, I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah. He's a wild card.
He is a wild card, dude.
But it's funny because in episodes she's like,
funny,
what are you doing? What are you doing? Stop doing that, because it's creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
He just starts, oh no, I was doing so good. I almost got sickness in. I didn't say it was just you. I just said you.
Well, it's only the first 5 minutes.
Okay.
I think we're okay. We're past
I was just going to say, you break
not.
the cursing seal. And then I'm just part of the deluge.
Yeah, I'm like the one that opens the seal, dude, and then you keep letting it flow, dude. You know what I'm saying? But
let it flow.
Whatever. It's a part of my vocab, dude. Someone compared us to like a Beavis and Butthead type one time, which I thought was kind of funny. But
they don't have intelligent conversations.
No, I know, that's what I'm saying.
I know
We're way
we talk
more
about some
intelligent,
dumb
but-
things. There's definitely some dumb topics that get discussed. Some gross topics.
But we go deep. I think you could let
we're
us
all
know
over
in
the place.
comments and in the chat,
Beavis and
but,
Butthead, from an entertainment standpoint, thank you. From an intelligence standpoint, got to be smarter than Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, I think it was more of like like we are kind of like that, like buddy comedy type stuff. But that's cool. I like that.
Nah.
But way more intelligent for sure.
So I saw, the reason I'm bringing up all the eye stuff is, and the contact lenses, I saw this video. I get it all. I get ingrown toenail repairs, earwax removal, zits popped. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why, because I click on them and I watch, but I don't know where that got started. So anyways, there's this video, and when it's on the explore page, it'll start playing a little bit, so you kind of get a preview.
Yeah, it's like
of
a
what
little
you're about to look at. It's the side of a woman's face, and then they're, popping the eye open, and her eye looks fine. It looks normal. But then they take a little tool and they just start pulling dozens of contact lenses from above the eye. Like, they're just gently pulling them out, and you see one and you go, oh, oops, she had one that she forgot to take out.
Well, because I think you're not supposed to fall asleep with them, right? Isn't that something?
Hell no.
Like, if you fall asleep with them on, they'll like fuck you up, I think, right?
Well, and there's a difference too, because there's the soft contact lenses that are disposable. Like, you use them for
Have
a
you
day.
ever worn them for
Never.
any reason? Okay,
for the same reason.
I
don't want to touch my eye. I don't want the thing to go off. That's the nightmare scenario.
Yeah. I heard it could scratch your eye by accident.
Man.
Yeah, there's too many things where I'm like, it's not worth it. I'll just wear glasses. And I think the glasses doesn't look bad on me anyway.
Nah.
So.
And they have, I would do glasses too. I'm used to wearing them because I wear safety glasses and shit at work, so it doesn't really bother me.
Makes sense.
But they have I don't know if they still have these. Contact lens wearers chime in the chat, because I think they had like hard ones, which are the ones that you take out, put in the little case.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I remember those. Yeah.
I hooked up with a couple of chicks that had contact lenses, and it was always so funny because they were all like, I don't have my contact lens solution and all that stuff. I don't know why you wouldn't have that on you if that was clearly a problem.
I think you feel like you have to carry that at all times.
But
did they explain what happened to this chick though? Like how that many got into her fucking eyeball? Because that's insane. That's crazy.
Clearly she was putting them on and not taking them out. My question is, was she just going like a YouTube short reel next and just sticking
what I'm saying.
another one
insane.
in?
Like the fact you said it was multiple, it's like, so this chick just kept putting more and more on her fucking
I wish I would have tagged you in it,
that's
because
insane.
It's one of those, it's similar to a train wreck in slow motion. You can't stop watching because one comes out and then they kind of go back in for more, and then like a blob of several of them come out, and then they keep coming, and you go, holy shit, how many contact lenses does this woman have?
Do you remember how many
head?
it was?
It was a lot. It had to have been minimum like 20.
Whoa!
Minimum. If I could find the video,
that's a crazy
I will send it to Derek.
How do you just keep putting it on? I don't understand.
That's what or is she just so ignorant that she believes this thing magically dissolves into her eye.
Yeah, like it's like a water-based dissolvable thing or something. That's insane. I wonder if they make dissolvable contacts. That would be interesting if it like dissolved. But I also don't trust if that was in my eye. The one thing I would try like sometime is like if for some reason I was in like a movie role or we were committing to some like dope Halloween costume. They do make some like really sick like if I could put that in one time or whatever, that'd be kind of cool to have like some like. X-Men.
It would still give me insane anxiety having it in.
I would want like a professional to like help me like put them on and stuff.
But you wouldn't want to do it. You would want someone else to do it.
As long as I knew they were professional, it wouldn't bother me. Because it would probably be easier for them to let them do it than to me like make a mistake and do something weird with my eye. I'd rather like trust them to do it.
The other reason I really can't do it is I think I was 17. I was going to put underbody lights on my car.
I remember those, dude.
On some Fast and Furious type shit, so you could be like,
mine would go with like my bass and stuff.
Oh, really?
Too. Yeah. So they would literally like when they'd bump in, it would.
Are you talking about the neon?
Yeah, the neon.
Derek had a pimped out Fast and Furious neon.
I did. That was a fun first car for me as a teenager. I had a 6 sound system, the DVD deck.
But I was drilling into the frame of the truck. Like an idiot with no safety glasses on.
Oh, that's insane, buddy.
And a metal shaving just flew into my eye. And then I touched it. People at home.
That's how you scratch your shit.
100%. Listen to me. As someone who works in construction and more frequently than you think gets shit in my eye, do not rub it. Do not rub it.
And that's like your first instinct too. That's the problem.
You want to touch it. You want to touch it. Don't rub it. Don't touch it. Because your eye, unless it's something really big or sharp, your eye will work it to the corner and then you can just take it out. Because I rubbed it. I had to go to the hospital. They dyed my eye and you could see that I had scratched my cornea. And then they stuck this thing that was like a suction cup under both eyelids, most uncomfortable shit ever, and then flushed it with water. And I did that for a couple minutes and straight up went, take this out. I'm done. Like, we're good. I can't do that anymore. That is like, I'd rather have you.
You don't even know that they got it all out yet at that time and you told them to stop?
No, they got it out. They were flushing my eye to like, just make sure that it was clean and that it would be able to heal up.
And you're like, it's clean enough.
Oh, it was terrible. I wouldn't. They do that at Guantanamo Bay. There's no doubt in my
eye
mind.
torture stuff would be insane. The fingernail stuff drives me.
It did not feel good. So
well, no, I mean, I think we've talked about this off pod, but I had that crazy story when I was in school and I was on a school bus and we had like welding class and stuff. And for some reason, this kid had like a little skinny metal rod and he's being a kid and like flinging it around like a sword and like being fucking stupid. But I'm sitting around and he like whips it back and I'm next to him and it jabs me in the eye, dude. And I'm like, and then like you close your eye at first because you're like, and it just like extreme pain, and then I open my eye and I can't see. Like it's black, I can't see, and I'm like, he almost made you a pirate now? So dude, I'm walking home and he's like, I'm so sorry, and I'm like obviously mad as fuck, and I literally still can't see, dude. It's been like 5 minutes and I'm like, I think I'm blind in one eye.
Hey, let me tell you something, and take him around the corner and just suck his ass
Hey,
up.
let me see that pole, and then just poke him in the eye with it. But dude, so I ended up like having to get rushed to like emergency and stuff, and they had to like take me to like emergency like eye doctor, and they had to do like similar stuff. But what happened is he took a chunk out of my eye, and the doctor said if it was literally any amount, like he said like a hair, he's like, think about the smallest measurement that is existent. If it was any measurement over, you would have lost
a micron.
Eye. Yeah. But he said if it was any amount over, I would have lost my eye, dude. And I'm like, oh my God, thank God, like I was all right, but I had to rock the eye patch for a couple days and like I had to put in like special eye drip. But I was like, thank God I didn't go blind in one eye. That was like a frightening moment in life for sure, dude. And I'm just like, what an idiot, bro. Like, why are you jabbing this thing freaking around and just got me right in the eye?
I'd almost rather lose a couple fingers than lose a goddamn eye. Yeah. That would be terrible.
Yeah, it's like the age-old question, would you rather be blind or deaf? You know what I'm saying?
Pass.
Both would suck, and I feel sorry for both involved.
Welcome back to this episode of the Naturals Pod. As always, I'm Uncle Kyle, seated on the couch in my grade school Scooby-Doo hat. He looks great. He's Scooby-Doo. He's the best producer on the planet. Sweet Derek, the producer.
Some would say Private Eye.
Give us a Scooby-Doo voice. Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Yeah, ruh-roh, Raggy. I always like Shaggy. Shaggy was dope too because he was like the stoner dude that's just giving them like Scooby snacks and shit. And they're always on their own like adventure, doing their own thing. And a lot of the times I feel like they would kind of solve it like even better than the people that are like, let's go around to each room and check the blah blah blah. Which by the way, Fred and what's his girl's name were just fucking
Daphne.
all the time. Come on, he was just let's go explore this room over here, and they're just fucking while they're trying to solve a mystery.
I don't remember that part of the cartoons. That's not on my Cartoon Network. I don't remember that at all. What channel were you watching your
There was just a theory,
on?
dude. There's been theories that they would like go. That's why they'd always team up and be like, let's go check this area out.
There's all kinds of that weird shit. You can go back and actually look. It's not a Mandela effect thing that we were kind of exposed to as kids, even when I was younger, watching cartoons like Rocko's Modern Life and stuff.
Yeah, that's a good
even
one.
though it's a cartoon,
Hey Arnold.
at that young age, I would still see certain things and not be able to comprehend them because I wasn't an adult and I didn't know the messaging behind it. But we got exposed to some shit. Like he was essentially
But that's not the
phone
Mandela
sex
effect.
operator.
The Mandela effect is something
When you think that something happened that it didn't.
really
That's what
happen,
I'm saying
yeah.
is like a lot of people are like, was it really that bad? Like if you look at the old, I should go pull that out. If you look at the old case of the Little Mermaid,
oh yeah,
if
it's
you
like
look in
a
the
dick.
background, there's like a dick. One
You
of the
have the original
castles.
case. That's supposedly worth a lot of money if you have that old case because they don't sell that anymore. But no, I remember that Rocco was like literally a phone sex operator. It actually is funny when you go back and watch certain things because the jokes or the situations that went over your head, and then you're an adult, you're like, oh, that was kind of actually insane that they put that in a kid's show, but you never really know about that. It goes over
Courage
your
the
head.
Cowardly Dog. Was
I didn't really watch that one,
Super
honestly.
dark. It was honestly very dark. I always found that show.
Did you watch
depressing.
Ren and Stimpy? I couldn't.
Sure, yeah.
That was too weird for me. I couldn't get into that one. Even
Or,
as a kid, I was like, that shit's weird. I liked Rugrats, All Real Monsters,
Yeah,
Hey
classic.
Arnold, Rocco's Modern Life, all that, Keenan and Kel. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, old school Nickelodeon was honestly lit, dude. I love like old school Nickelodeon.
When kids weren't getting touched. I mean, like lit. We didn't know about all of that. Obviously,
I'm just talking about like show wise, like the programs and stuff on there were
Agreed.
like part of my childhood.
Do you remember the one that this was peak? When I was a kid, I would have given my left arm to have been on this show. I can't remember what it was called, but it was like the Forbidden Temple or like Trials of the Forbidden Temple, and all the teams were two people.
Yeah, we're talking about it's in the
Jaguar, the Barracuda, or whatever. I always wanted to do that.
Isn't it
shit.
Adventures of the Hidden Temple? It's Adventures of the Hidden Temple. Google
Look
it
it
real
up.
quick. I mean, you have the access unless you want to pass it over. Because you have the keyboard and the mouse.
But yeah, that, and I mean, I knew I was never going to make the cut for this.
Was that
I was
the
a little
same
boy,
one?
But American Gladiator, that would have been dope.
Do you remember the one where they played video games?
Excuse me.
Remember when they had like battle in video games? So they would take like two people from the team, and then they would play a video game, and then they'd battle like against each other.
What?
Yeah, I think it was a part of that show, or there was a different show. You know what was good too? What's the one with Mark Somerville? Remember, was his name Mark Somerville? And it was like the giant nose.
Yeah.
It was like the splat and like
Super Splash or something.
Do you remember? Yeah, and you had to like run through those like crazy like you had to find like a flag and like all the like the nose.
Legends of the Hidden
Legends
Temple.
of the Hidden Temple. Okay,
There
and
we
then what's
go.
the one with Mark Somerville? I'm pretty sure his name was Mark Somerville, right? Legend, dude.
Mark. I don't think it's Somerville.
Is it
It's
not
Summers. There we go.
Oh, Summers. Okay,
Mark Summers.
Nickelodeon show.
Kids game show. Search. Double Dare.
Double Dare.
Oh,
Did you
so
remember
far
Double
off.
Dare
Double
though?
Dare,
Double Dare was
yeah.
a lot of fun, dude. I would have done one of those as a kid. That was cool. But there was another one where it's like arcade games and you do like live. It was like old school live like Dance Dance Revolution, but you're like playing like an arcade game and you're like going against like other teams and shit.
You'll have to look it up. I don't remember.
No, there was just a lot of fun Nickelodeon shows that were a good time, but yeah, it's not great that you found out that they diddled kids. But, you know, you don't know about
the shows were great back in the day. That is a fun part of childhood, and we're like right around Halloween. Disney Channel and like the children's programming for Halloween, that was always something I looked forward to every year, is like watching all the little shows.
Yeah, did you watch like Aladdin and like DuckTales and all that stuff too?
I mean, not on Halloween specifically, but
no, but I mean just in general, like after school or whatever.
Sure.
Yeah, no, I watched all that shit too, Taking Me Back. I love that stuff, dude. Those were and then I started getting into Beavis and Butthead. I remember sneaking like watching that because like my mom didn't want me to watch it, and I'd like sneak watch that, and then like South Park. And then I was forever changed,
forever unclean.
But dude, we got the sunglasses on, dude. You want to get into the home?
Yeah,
that was a good little
I'm nursing.
adventure.
I'm not proud of this. I got drunk last night. Things have been stressful. We went a little too hard. That's why I'm dressed like I've been told that this dress is called Arizona douche. So for my Arizona people, let me know how I'm doing. I got my waist management open, Coors Light matching hat and shirt set going. Arizona douche. No shade. There are douches in Arizona, and apparently this is how
I feel like the only way it could have made it better is if you went shirtless, dude, and you were just rocking the open chest.
This thing was a little tight, but I don't know. I'm already hungover. I don't know if I want to feel self-conscious about my thick body.
No, you're good, but I would imagine there's Chads that don't have like the undershirt on, whatever.
No, good for them. They do more sit-ups than I do.
Which side note, we don't need to really like deep dive this show, but if you haven't seen Chad Powers on Hulu, fucking hilarious, dude. It's like if Kenny Powers and Mrs. Doubtfire had a baby, and you thought that was like the weirdest thing until you watched it and you're like, oh, it kind of is that.
Yeah, it's just a funny
Great
comparison.
Show.
Okay,
yeah, little shout out.
Okay, if you had an opportunity, if an opportunity presented itself for you to try to reclaim some glory, but for whatever reason you couldn't be you, what would your name be? You're a tennis athlete. I mean, obviously you're going to be doing tennis, right? Or do you want to be 5'8" white chocolate? What do you want to do?
You act like that's a name I like. That was the freaking trash can people in my high school.
No, I'm just joking.
No, I know.
There are many whites that have been
guys.
called white chocolate. Yeah, you know. It's an honor.
Well, real quick, just to back up, the reason he asked this is because basically the show is he was like he was like a top level quarterback in college, made it to national championships, makes a dumb, like he drops the ball before the goal.
Let me tell you something.
Which happens in real football.
That's what I'm saying. If you're getting paid millions of dollars to play football and you don't carry that goddamn thing across the goal line and you drop it, you should get fucking demoted.
Dude, it happened literally recent on a Colts game where the player literally dropped the ball before. It's like, buddy, like, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing? I don't know why they think that's a cool celebration anyways, to like side drop the ball like as you're like
carry it in there. You know what? You know who you need to be like, okay? God bless this big sweet man, Rob Gronkowski. Carry it all the way in there and then tomahawk that motherfucker into the ground as hard as you can. That way you ensure that you have scored the touchdown.
Yeah.
Don't stop at the 1 yard line. Oh, it was also funny because I guess Andrew Luck is now some kind of coach at Stanford. Mm-hmm. They had a player, a defensive lineman, who broke off a massive sack, like a 15-yard loss, and it was potentially like going to seal the game for them. Then he does the stupid aura farming bullshit. They get a penalty and the other team wins the fucking game.
But I do agree that the NFL's become such a no fun league that the fact that they do like penalize celebrations much is it's fucking lame. It's entertainment, dude. That should be a part of the game. Like, do you disagree with that? I think it's fine. Like, I think it's stupid.
If they want to do it, then do it. I personally would not emote as a grown man. I've never been somebody to like.
If I was playing professional
sports,
sports,
I'd
get
out there and dab.
Oh, dude, I'd have some sick setup. You wouldn't tell me that with a couple teammates. You wouldn't want to have a sick TD celebration where you do some funny shit like the bowling ball, or you do some kind of funny. Dude, it'd be hilarious.
Yeah, those ones are funny, but the cool TikTok dances.
Oh no, the dances are stupid. I don't
the rookie who he started a game and he ran one in the Jackson Dart. He did one that looked like a chick dance. I'm like, you're a man. Like, stop doing.
Oh yeah, if we could just get rid of all the people that somehow get a massive following from dancing on TikTok, I would instantly be happy if that just fucking went away, because I'll never understand that. I'll always think that's the dumbest shit possible. Dude.
I don't know her name, but there is this girl, and apparently she's not even the one that made the fucking dance. She's not even the one that made it.
Yeah.
She has become famous by being the best at it. I'm trying to remember what it's called. It's called like the trail ride or something, but it's just like they do this little shuffle and then they shake. It's not, there's nothing special about this dance. Well, that's what I'm saying.
That's the thing that annoys me, is most of the dances aren't even good. Like, I'll watch professional dancers. Like, sometimes the dancers that actually like choreograph, and there was like that show on MTV, like break dancing and crazy shit that are like, oh, that's actually like impressive. But a lot of times it's just like they're in a Walmart just going. And it has 300,000 likes.
Then you're a library pervert if you do that.
Mad, dude. I'm like, this is dumb. Like, who the fuck is liking this? It makes me angry, dude. I hate that shit. But it's like, if it's very talented and like, because like some forms of dance are like insane, and I think it is like the ballet stuff. Even though I wouldn't watch that regularly, that shit's intense, dude. And they have to like their whole life into doing that. I respect that part. But these little stupid like fab social media dancing is stupid. I always secretly wanted to be a break dancer. I always thought it'd be fucking cool to be able to do that shit. But some of those guys, if you've seen like the Red Bull competitions and stuff, dude, they're like, they like defy science sometimes with their moves. I think it's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's something you have to do over a long period of time to have that kind of control over your body. But it is cool. I'm just not a dancer. I've never been great at dancing.
I mean, I suck at dancing too, and I'm not a dancer either. Like,
the thing that's just irritating is everybody, once one of those things takes off, everybody does it. Even big time celebrities and stuff do it. And I'm just like, why the fuck do you all have such a crazy urge to do the same thing that everybody else is doing?
I know. Everyone's just like non-original, and then like...
I'm anti that. I just want to do my own thing. It's cool to follow like certain trends, and then obviously sometimes you do things that are inspired by other things.
But you never had like a fantasy? Like, I always had a fantasy, like, wouldn't it be, you don't think it'd be fucking cool if like you're at like a school dance or something, or you're like at a wedding and everyone's dancing, and then a fucking song comes out and you just fucking go on the dance floor and you start just fucking break dancing and doing like crazy shit? Like, you don't think that'd be kind of sick?
And then somebody's 4-year-old is like, ah! And you kick them into the air. You cartwheel the child into oblivion.
It'd be sick, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would be
I don't know if I'd call it a fantasy. I don't know if I'd call it a fantasy, but I would say...
It would be kind of cool.
I have thought about that in my life, and I agree with you. It would be dope if you just had... Now, here's the thing, okay? If you only have one like song dance combo with some special moves and you don't have multiple, don't do it at every gathering if it's the same people. If everybody's seen you do it
multiple times,
No, at a certain point it's obnoxious, and we're like, we get it.
The funny part, though, is my fantasy is I'd think I'm cool, and then I'd end up looking like the bitch from Australia that went to the Olympics. You remember that, Jeff, dude? You think you look cool, but you just look fucking dumb as shit.
I gotta respect the fact that
dude, that shit was
she
crazy.
Seemingly has no shame and doesn't feel bad that people are hating on her, because she got so much. She was the punchline of so many jokes.
Yeah. I mean, that's like old fucking canon.
She doesn't give a fuck, because you know that she, I think, that was a while ago, but
it was.
Didn't she like essentially start the breakdancing Olympic committee for Australia, and then was kind of like, and I'm going to nominate me to go perform.
So what happened was, like, because I know a little bit more detail because I did dive down this. I don't know the exact title he had, but her husband was very prolific in the government and the one making decisions.
Yeah, so it's a nepotism type thing.
Exactly. So he was able to get his wife into the thing, and she was like one of the starters that was trying to get it. But a lot of people said, like,
That's the most insane karmic justice, though. She got murdered.
As she should, because she looked stupid as shit. And I remember she was getting so murdered that she had to like release a video, and she's like, please, like I don't, you know, like she was like trying to, she was like half-ass apologizing. Yeah, but she also wasn't apologizing because she still like basically said I wouldn't like change my decision. Basically, I was like, oh, at least she fucking, I guess, is standing behind it. But
the only way you get out of that is coming out and saying, I was in a position. I mean, I think that then makes her husband or whoever culpable, and then perhaps he could get in trouble. I don't know the workings behind this, but essentially you nominated yourself to do it. You made a fool of yourself. You got teased relentlessly. Take it on the chin. Honestly, if you want it to end, you should come out and be like, oops, made a mistake.
So real quick, because I want to go back to this. It's not anything super like amazing, but I do kind of like this last name, even though it's kind of already a real last name. But if I was a tennis player and I had my name, I'd go Sean Legend. Sean Legend.
Isn't that a little close to John Legend? What are you, his adopted brother? His wife's a bitch. What's her name? Dude,
she's the worst, dude. You'd have to fucking, I can't think of her name right now. But who cares?
I'm not trying to give her any
who
time.
Who even gives a shit about her name, dude? She's like that
Sean
model.
Legend.
Sean
okay,
Legend.
so Legend. Okay.
Just because I like Legend, I guess the first name could be better. But I do.
Well, why'd you go with Sean? Why'd you go with Sean? I'm not judging you. I'm just like, the people want to know.
That's a good point. I don't know, because I kind of was thinking like I like the snowboarder, fucking Sean.
Oh man, I don't remember it either.
Sean White. Sean White. Oh my god, I can't believe I almost fumbled that one, dude. Sean White was dope.
You looked to me for help. It was not coming. I was not there.
Sometimes names escape me. It's funny when it happens live on the pod. But no, like, because like for me growing up, I used to love the X Games. Like I fucking loved the half pipe snowboarding where they'd go down and do that crazy shit. I loved, dude, Tony Hawk. Come on, bro. When I watched that live when he did the 900, and I used to be into skateboarding and stuff, even though I sucked. So I guess the idea of like Sean, right? Because he was like extreme dope, and then Legend, just because it's like I'm a legend, even though it's corny.
You should have gone Sean Hawk, right there. Boom.
Oh, that's not bad either. Sean Hawk would be kind of cool too.
Tony Hawk's pretty old shit. You could be like his illegitimate son that nobody knows about.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, his illegitimate. What would be your name? And what sport would you want to play? Because that is a good one. You haven't really indulged like what sport you'd play. Because you knew me. You pegged me like you'd do tennis, and I probably would. But what sport would you want to be? And would you want to be like hockey? Because I know you're like a hockey
You know
guy.
what? I would say strictly just because, and I don't get it. Well, it's because it is probably the most popular sport in the world. I would do soccer. I don't even like soccer, but I'm just saying.
Whoa, I would have never guessed that.
I mean, these guys are rich.
You don't even watch soccer or like soccer.
I know, but I'm just, this is kind of the...
Dude, that's blowing my mind right now.
I mean, have you seen how insane those games get with the crowds? That shit is full energy almost all the time.
That's why I like tennis, because it's like you're known around the world, and it's like soccer, the fans are insane. So yeah, they get way
that's what I'm saying. I'm kind of I've slammed soccer many times. I don't like it, but I will also give it a nod and say I understand why it's popular and everything, and I would want I think I'd have to be like some kind of a Slavic person.
Oh, so you want some like Eastern European?
Oh yeah, name? I have a man bun too.
No,
big beard,
you want the
man bun. Oh yeah.
Okay. Would you want to be like? Would you kind of want to be more of like a jack dude, or would you want to be more kind of like skinny athletic?
No, I would want to be. I would want to be a big fucker. Like I would honestly want to be kind of like a
goalie or something.
No, like a goon, like a defensive goon. Like I go out there.
You go for the slides and shit.
Oh yeah, I'm being a real piece of shit.
Getting red cards
starting
and
fights.
Shit.
I'm hurting people. Yeah. When you see me, just know I'm coming for blood.
You're like the goon, but in soccer, unlike fucking hockey.
And also just like a solid player.
I mean, I'm putting the pressure on you because you're saying you want Slavic. What's the name?
So first name Mikhail, because it's got Kyle in it. Mikhail.
That's like Spanish, dude. Like Mikhail.
No. That's like some Russia type shit. And then I would want an obnoxiously long last name,
like when
where they have to put it in smaller type on the back of my. What do they call their shit? Do they call it a shirt?
They're jerseys.
They don't call them jerseys in fucking England, dude. What do they call them?
I'm pretty sure they call them jerseys, bro.
Okay, somebody in the live chat, jerseys, they don't call it a jersey. They call it a fucking shirt or something.
Dude, would you want it to be a name where like announcers are sweating to try to pronounce it?
Yeah. I want it to where they have a nickname for me. Like they'll call me Iceman or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, you can't use Iceman. We're not freaking Tom Cruise and fucking Top Gun right now. Iceman, dude.
He wasn't Iceman.
No, I know he wasn't, but I'm just saying it's in the movie Top Gun. I'm a top tier European soccer player, Derek. Why the fuck can't I have the nickname of Iceman? Why would you keep that from me? All right, fine, dude.
But yeah, I would want it to be like an absurdly long last name, like Stamanam Nakovic. And it's got to be a Vitch at the end, a VIC at the end.
Dude, I think it would be funnier if the name was like insane, but the way it's pronounced is like Mavic. Like, it's just like some insane, like, you know what I mean? It's like insane thing, and you're like, that doesn't even make sense, but it's like simply said. You know what I'm saying? It's like manipulate your mind, kind of.
We have a ton of Filipinos out here.
Yeah, like
and
we're
a common last name is Win.
Yeah, Win.
But it's not spelled like W-I-N or W-I-N-N. Yeah, so you're like in Nguyen? Yeah. I felt like a fucking idiot. I've said that before. Because I didn't know that was Win, and I'm like, that's Win?
It's crazy, dude.
We
gotta watch out on the first part of that pronunciation.
I mean, I'm trying to spell it. Nguyen.
Yeah.
Win. I'm not trying to offend anyone. I'm simply showing you how stupid I am that I did not know that was pronounced Win.
Funny enough, the reason I knew that is because there's a poker player, Scotty Win, that was really big. That's how you pronounce it. But I can understand how there's a lot of names where I'm like, no shot, dude.
Nguyen,
yeah,
you're not bringing Win.
No,
W is nowhere in your fucking mind.
It is weird how some words like you look at them and they're pronounced where it's like, who decided that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're deciding those letters like that, pronounce a W. Just use a W then. You know what I'm saying? That shit always, I think, is like trippy. But.
Sean Legend. Oh my God. We could do an entire episode on a backstory for our fake athletic fantasy characters. That's hilarious, though. I gotta say.
I mean, fuck it, dude. Let's go down that path. We could always talk about, because I am curious, what would be your background, dude? You're the fucking Iceman. You're Eastern European. What country are you from? How did you come up, dude?
So the whole backstory, I just came out of nowhere. I was in.
Oh, you're a mystery.
I was in a gulag. Like, I'm similar to a Bane in The Dark Knight Rises.
So you want to be like
an ominous
you want to be
character.
like what is it, Draco from like Rocky, where you were just like in some like almost like a private area.
He dies.
And you're just like, you got your dad or someone just freaking, you're in oxygen, you're just training and just kicking footballs at like brick walls and like fake like trash can made field goals, but you're just an assassin, and people are like, this is the next kid that's gonna be the next hit in soccer. Now, did you play for college?
I mean, I almost wanted to say rugby, because I don't know if you've seen some of those big boys, especially them New Zealand cats, and they just fuck. I mean, we talked about that, the run it straight.
The run it straight, which I think they banned that.
I hope so.
People were like dying.
That's not good at all.
That was intense.
It's not good.
Rugby's pretty insane. I mean, even football now, man. I mean, the abilities of human beings just getting faster, stronger, and the speed, like the hits they take is gnarly.
And it's dumber than power slap, because you're almost guaranteed to get fucked up a little bit or knocked
power
out.
slap, I still don't understand how Dana White backs that.
Just signing up for CT because he's making money off of it.
No, yeah, of course. But
that everybody hates that Nina, whatever the hell her name is. There was a clip where they were watching one. Isn't it Nina? The chick who does all the commentary for UFC. People fucking hate her.
Oh, yeah.
If you go on her Instagram, it is all.
Is that the one that hit on a fighter? Like, weren't they like
something like that? And everybody in the comments is like, married woman, by the way. Like, they're trying to shame her, but I'm like, this bitch is dumb, and she's probably making a bunch of money.
Yeah. I don't think it was
off of doing it, so she doesn't care. But that she was upfront with. I wonder if Dana's hit that. Probably has.
I mean, he's hit his wife.
Baldy McWife slapper. Yeah. But but they reacted to one of the fights, and she's like, oh my God. And it's like,
yeah, I don't like the over the top.
It's not a surprise. Like, someone is getting slapped in the face. Like, that is a guarantee.
Would you watch that if you got invited?
No.
I think it's crazy.
You're watching people permanently fuck themselves up. I mean, there's an argument to say the same about NFL.
UFC, which I love. I would go to a UFC fight if we were like close. That would be sick.
Yeah, and hockey, they smash the shit out of one another. But I want a good view. I'd rather just watch it on the TV.
I mean, there's nothing. I mean, you can't beat at home in front of the TV. I think everyone universally says that. I would only say, like, for me too, if I had to pick like a side one, because tennis would be sick, but being like a star wide receiver in the NFL would be pretty fucking sick too, dude. Just going up and just freaking making insane. Like, the guy ended up being a one-hit wonder in the NFL, but Odell Beckham, I mean, that catch was insane. Like, you can't deny that one catch he made was like so. Like,
there's a lot of people that argue he actually had a really good career, and that people that say he made it all off of making that one catch are haters. Blah 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 blah. Doesn't he like to like poop on women or something? Like, wasn't he outed as like being into some weird shit? I think he was. Dude, yeah. Was that it? Was it pooping on women?
Dude, it was. He was into like poop and stuff, dude.
He'd fit right in Riyadh, or you know. Clearly, we're not getting called for $1 million.
Yeah, dude. Even if we got called, I would never do that. I mean, do you want to touch on that, dude? What's your thoughts on that? Because there's been a lot of talk and a lot of people mentioning that, and there's been like two sides to it. So I'm kind of curious what your thoughts on that.
There's all those crypto finance lifestyle bros that are like, you need to move to Dubai and become a citizen, and there's no taxes and all that. Sure, I guess if you're rich and you're trying to keep all your money and stuff, that's fine. But also, those people are monsters. And I think more recently than any other culture, they have essentially enslaved, killed a ton of people.
Yeah.
And so their money, also that money means nothing to them. $1 million is,
which is low-key
like me
insane
reaching in the couch and pulling out $1. They're insanely wealthy. Our government has facilitated that for them, unfortunately, and set them up to be little oil princes and shit. But I just think they're terrible people. Money and life have no meaning to them. They can buy anything.
Yeah.
So to the people that said no, I respect the principle. I will say a lot of them, even it's shocking that some of the people that did went or that did go, these are people who are established, who have money. So what? I mean, maybe they got offered more than $1 million.
Well, Dana White was at a UFC event and he had like a Saudi like prince or one of those rich guys.
Yeah,
next
and
to
it's
him.
also
they got,
like
booed off. It's just like, what are we doing? And they're like working their way into like esports and like a bunch of other stuff. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know, man. But to piggyback on what you're saying is that's the problem, because
they can buy and sell everybody. If everybody has a price and you're willing to accept their offer, they could just buy you.
But at some point, you need to like stand up and have some value and morals and go, hey, $1 doesn't define me as a person. And like, no. And it's crazy to think that a guy like Shane Gillis would be the light of comedians and go, they offered this much. I said no. They said, we'll double it. And he's still like, no, I'm not fucking going there. And that's the problem, is that there's been multiple people, and I'll specifically say the one because he is out here in Vegas. Josh Wolf was talking about, well, don't judge someone because you've never been offered $1 million. That's the problem, though. These people aren't poor. It's Whitney Cummings, Tom Segura. Like, I mean, we could pull up the whole list. I'm not trying to name drop. They're doing
it
Bill
as
Burr.
a transactional thing, though. To them, they're like, I'm making money, which I get that. But to me, the point that I'm trying to make is the amount of money that they're paying is a meaningless gesture, because that money means nothing to them. They're basically printing it every day.
Yeah.
They can spend. Like, they can go into a high-end exotic car dealership. But my point is, if you have $50 million in the bank,
if you have like, let's say you have $50 million in the bank,
it's even more than that. Who gives a billionaires?
No, but I'm saying as like the comedians. Yeah. Bill Burr's probably worth 50. We'll just say, I'm just guessing, but he's probably worth that. Maybe more, maybe slightly less. But $1 million, that doesn't change your life.
Maybe
if
they're in on
much.
that shit, and maybe this is also a ticket to them potentially getting property there and getting, because I don't know what the process is to get a
part of that, dude.
The whole point is America is pretty fucked up, and it's not always great.
Yeah.
However, I feel like by and large, you don't have to worry about, they could just make you disappear. Like, they can kill you.
Yeah, it's frightening.
Like, and
they have no value
and
for
they
life.
could also, like, shit, this little thing right here, they could also be like, boop, and just plant one of these on you and go, oh, that's illegal in this country. You're going to jail for 50 years. And you're like, what the fuck over this? Over a little weed pen?
The one thing that bothers me...
I would never go there. I'll never go to any of those Arab countries, respectfully. Yeah. I wouldn't feel safe there. They don't fucking like Americans. I think they like the American dollar. But I have no fucking interest in going there.
Nah, and it's funny is we literally don't make anything off this right now. And if they even were like, we'll pay you $1 million to come to a pod. No. Fuck no. Also, I'd be like scared because it's like if we said one thing, and the thing that really bothered me, and I don't know if you saw this, and I will 100% fact check this after because I want to make sure it wasn't like misconstrued. Dave Chappelle actually fucking said that he has more free speech out there than here. What the fuck are we talking about, buddy?
He did?
He did. I'm 100% fact, but that's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. And he was talking in reference to like the Charlie Kirk thing, I guess, because it's taboo to talk about it. But don't try to say free speech. There's no free speech over there. If a woman tries to fucking talk about something or get rights for them, they fucking throw rocks and kill them. What are we talking about? There's no free speech in fucking those countries compared to here. So that like really bothered me. So I'll double check that and make sure that wasn't like kind of like misconstrued from the shit. But I read it on several sources and I'm like, that's an L fucking comment to say there, bud. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
That is fucking what?
That is just another thing for me. Like, I could never, even if I was trying to do business in their country, but they taught, also like Dana White, he talks about like how great they are, but I'm like, these people are fucking monsters.
Yeah, they're not nice people.
They're
not good people, dude. Yeah, that's the problem is the world is a scary place. So it's
funny because like he's pretty rich and powerful and they just make him look like small potatoes. They're like, we can buy and sell a dozen of you.
Oh yeah, I mean that's why there was like that controversy with the new golf league that they were creating over there because they were just buying out players.
Yeah,
and it's just unfortunate. But I mean,
some of them were getting insane contracts to play, which it's like, okay, I see what you're doing. You're taking the money, but also you got to understand, it's a bad look.
You're selling your soul.
Terrible people. Yeah. Hopefully not literally. Hopefully not. Who the fuck knows?
That's a dark subject though, but no, I don't know. That shit just bothered me, and it is caused a rift in the comedy community. But it's nice that someone said the thing that bothers me, just because I want to add this last part to it, and then we can move on from this. And other people have already kind of said this, but it bothers me that a lot of these comedians, and they're not politicians or whatever, but people in entertainment can be looked up to, right? They are role models. People care about what they say.
And draw some fucking lines.
If you're gonna sit there, right, and you're going to preach Me Too movements and rights for women and freedom of this.
And then you
go do that.
Get paid by the monsters.
All that shit goes out the window to me and just goes, oh, you're not a good person. You're not a good person.
It's very corporate.
You can't fucking spout all this and you're trying to be a righteous person and then go take blood money. It would be like a cop going, I'm a good cop. But then you're like stealing and selling drugs on the side or taking money from like criminal organizations. It's like, well, then you're not really a good cop or a good person anymore. You can't say you're a good cop because you're taking drug money. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
I don't think there's any difference in that. I think that's like the best way to correlate that. So that part really bothers me.
I agree. That's the basis of what it all boils down to is like, these people are monsters and I want nothing to do with them. Like I don't want them coming after me. I don't want them watching my shit or having any kind of participation in it. Like, we are good.
It's like, for me, would I love to be a low-level millionaire? Absolutely. But it's like, I still have to have some morals and integrity about how I get that fucking money. Agreed. You know what I'm saying? Because you're just going to feel like should I have been doing this? So I don't know. Some people are willing to do it and they don't give a fuck, but I'm just not one of those. I'm just not that person.
I mean, that's a very like pragmatic thing to just... I mean, I feel like the general attitude is the world is fucked up anyways, so I'm just going to make sure I'm going to do things to take care of myself.
Correct, which I mean, to some degree I can understand, but there's certain lines, again, that you got to just kind of put your foot down and go, no.
Yeah.
Especially when you already have money.
It might all be for naught anyways, because isn't there a giant 3-mile wide alien spacecraft slingshotting around the sun towards us?
Supposedly, yeah, dude. So it's like the 3 eye
Atlas.
Fucking Atlas.
Dash Atlas. This is like something Elon Musk would name one of his children, okay?
Scooby-Doo needs to be on the case. But I brought this to your attention because I love this. I love sci-fi stuff. I love space.
This isn't even sci-fi. This is real life.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. But I'm just saying because of my love on that, I love real space. I love stars and all that stuff. So you didn't even know about it, and it still surprises me how many people don't know about this.
I keep my head in the sand. I have such a small bubble. I'm just really in my own world.
But normally things like this and certain things get blasted on like media and like it gets shoved down your throat that even if you're trying to be unaware of it, you don't really know it's coming. But anyways, the thing supposedly is up to 3 miles long. It's like over 3 trillion tons. There's scientists that are saying, hey, this is a comet.
How do they know the weight of it, though?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how you figure that either.
Do you know that? Like, I think they're just doing some math.
Yeah.
Based on the size of it.
Stephen Hawking.
Maybe it's made out of some space carbon fiber, and they're coming Tokyo drifting into our fucking world.
It would actually be, the little side note, that it would be interesting to know how they do those calculations and what they're actually looking at to try to figure that out, because they're literally just
Neil deGrasse Tyson, we need you to come on
that would
the
be
pod
cool.
and
I would love to have
to
that stuff explained. Would be kind of really cool.
He's very smug, and I know that he's smarter than me, so I don't want him
didn't he get hit with some like essay stuff too?
Possibly.
But I'm not trying to put that out there if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he did, dude. He got hit in the Me Too.
And if you haven't, then don't.
But anyway, so a lot of scientists are saying, hey, this is just a comet, but other ones are starting to jump in and go, hey, there's a lot of things this thing is doing that doesn't make sense to be in comet. Yeah. And others are saying it could be like debris of alien technology. It could be alien technology. They're literally saying there isn't really a tail that makes sense of comet. It's moving in a direct line, whereas like comets kind of move in it's floating around in space, moving quick. They're saying the speed of this is faster than almost any other comet they've seen. There's been only 2 other like high speed things that they've seen. This one's up there. They're trying to like rush to get cameras on Mars, which I think I got to read the updated one, but they said they've started to get like cleaner shots of it to really define it. But it's supposed to be like,
do they have cameras on Mars? Sending cameras to Mars
like
at this
rover,
point is too fucking late, because won't it take 2 years to get there?
They're already there. Supposedly they're in orbit, and they have the rovers on the ground. If you've seen like the cool pictures and the rovers, and
that's
stuff
pretty fucking scary. If the little scooting around robot can get a crispy picture of the alien spacecraft
from their calculations,
Armageddon
they're
comet.
saying that this object is flying closest to Mars distance-wise than any other part in the solar system on its trajectory to the sun. That's why they want to use Mars to look at it, which is super interesting. But the wild question that we'll get into to round out the pod here is that, let's say this isn't a comet. Maybe it's just a comet. Maybe it is, and it just flies past.
What if we have an Armageddon type situation?
But dude,
do you think us blowing it to smithereens is the play? I don't want to close
but if it's
my eyes.
If it's moving at a rate of speed that it doesn't matter, you're not going to be able to shoot it or freaking get anything. It's like that crazy object where they shot a missile at it and it just bounced off, and then they literally brought that to the government and they're like, we can't explain this. That video is frightening, and that's a real video. That's not fake.
I'm a big shoot first kind of guy.
You are, and I'm against that.
Like when you fire a rocket and it just goes
blip, and then just keeps flying,
you're like, oops. We didn't mean that.
Which is the crazy theory I thought of, is what if these things were a part of this mothership, and they're like, yeah, they're shooting missiles at us, bring in the mothership, dude, and we're like, oh fuck. But my question to you is, what if you walked out in November, I think it's November, end of November supposed to come, and you walked out and there's just a giant mothership in the sky, dude? What are you doing? What are you thinking? What's the play?
I'm probably not going to work anymore.
Just all plans canceled.
I mean, we have to wait and see. Are these things hostile? Because there is a really good fairy tale scenario where they come down and they say, hey, we're a part of the Galactic Federation. We've decided that you guys are doing some crazy shit and you need to calm down.
You talking about this in this outfit makes it that much better, dude.
I got my hat on.
See, I'm on that line, because I was kind of telling you about that. Is I like the idea. Like, for me, what would be interesting to me is, does that, like, if it's going to flip the world on its head. All we know about religion, space, all those talks, is there life, is there not life? That is solved instantly. There's life. They're fucking they're hovering us
but
now.
But also, what if they just show up and they're like, we're here to just fuck your world up? It's on some alien type shit.
Then honestly though, in that scenario, we're fucked, buddy. Like, if literally we can shoot a high profile missile at it and it just goes, nope, there ain't nothing we can do to stop it, bro. So you just got to accept, like, we're dead.
I mean, maybe they're vulnerable outside of their super shit.
We're not Will Smith. We're not going to find this out with Jeff Goldblum, and we're not going to find that there's a weak fucking scenario in their little shit butthole, and they're going to go in that butthole and blow up their technology.
What if
That's
they
just not
have?
gonna happen.
What if they can't be on Earth? Like, what if the sun fucks them up?
Oh, like they have to wear like some special gear.
Or oxygen is terrible.
Water, trying to go signs, water.
Yeah, why not? Like, what about that? That would be kind of sick because it's like, okay, so our environment is not.
And if they have no
you,
weakness,
then we're fucked. I mean, I'm going out. I've said this many times.
You're just gonna go out the
guns ablazing.
Are you gonna dual arm it like Rambo and shit?
Because hopefully they just disintegrate you really quick. They're pew.
What if you found out that they are like abducting people and like creating experiments and shit on them, and like you know that they're actually gonna like freeze you? Like they have some type of technology that even like you're shooting at them, they could just stun you or like freeze you, and then they literally just take you back to their ship, and now
you got to booby trap yourself with a grenade or some shit. You got to hit the Call of Duty sabotage button and just pull a grenade and be like, "You're going with me, bitch."
With me.
What if they just stop the grenade? Yeah, that'd be fucked. I mean, obviously you don't want to be abducted. The goal is to go out in a heat of battle and glory, and hopefully you just get smoked quick. But hopefully they'll be diplomatic. Or if it's a comet, what if next month they go, we're fucked. This thing is coming and it's just going to fucking obliterate us. We are a kitten on the I-5 freeway in California at peak 90 mile per hour horn honking, screaming at one another traffic. We are going to get obliterated.
So you're like, this is like there's been a ton of movies on this or whatever. I think I would probably just try to do things I've never done and just count the days and then just go, well, then after that, it's it. But I would probably live it out. I don't think I would. I'd just be like, whatever.
Yeah. But I'm saying, would you just say, fuck it? Like, I'm just going to do whatever I want now? Like,
oh, yeah. I'm not following the laws of society anymore. And that's one of some of the movies he did. Now, am I going to go crazy crimes and loot and stuff? No. But, like, if you're going to tell me I'm going to be a normal, productive person of society, no. If the world's ending, then fucking I'm going to do things I want to do.
That is the worry, though, because them last days could be some fucking
Well, that's what I'm saying. It could be like the purge and shit. And people are just like, fuck it, we don't care.
Ooh, that's worst case scenario.
That is kind of scary, but there is a world where people just everything gets turned on its head, dude. But I would like, what would be cool for me, because I love this shit, is it would be so sick if they come down, and I would like to think that the world would be like, oh, okay, well, this is now, we don't care about war and all that stuff, and it would be sick if the aliens were like, oh, all these like shitty people and people in power, we're just gonna fucking, you're dead, you're gone, you're just fucking obliterated.
Or they just come down and they have a show of force and they're like, listen, we are going to course correct you here. We're in charge.
Yeah, they're like, no more war.
We're chill, no more but like, we're going to sort all of this shit out. Everybody's going to get along, and then the kids can join the universe, and you can see what else is out there.
See, but that's,
learn not to act like assholes.
That's where I was going to go, because that would be fucking sick.
That would be great, but that is best case scenario.
I know, but if you told me like you can be a part of the galactic thing and be a space explorer, I'm in, dude. I'm in. Put me on Star Trek, dude. I want to go fucking travel the galaxies and go meet other freaking beings and like have conversations and shit. That would be super sick to me. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I know you're. Have you
ever been on a submarine? Have you ever been on a submarine?
No.
Okay. I feel like
you been on a submarine?
Only the one at like fucking Disneyland, which I don't think really qualifies as a submarine. Yes, there is, and it takes you through a tunnel. There's a fucking submarine at Disneyland.
What are you talking
now
about?
You're making this is a Mandela effect, and now I think I'm fucking crazy. There is.
What are you talking about?
There is. Stop.
No,
Derek.
I'm not stop. What are you talking about? Is it a ride? I've never heard of a submarine at Disneyland, dude. We need to Google this immediately.
No. We're gonna end this episode, and then I'm gonna show you that there's submarines at Disneyland, and I'm not crazy. Okay, I'm not crazy. So hopefully you'll see this episode before we are in contact with aliens, or potentially going to be fucking obliterated by a giant asteroid.
Or there's a world, you know what? It's just a comet at a crazy speed and it just passes by the sun and we never see it again.
There's also that too.
You know what I'm saying? But the idea of it being that is very intriguing to me. And hey, beam me up, Scotty.
Yeah, I would say we'll put a pin in that. If there's more developments,
dude, what if
we'll have to do a follow up.
What if we could space pod?
We'll see you on the next one.
Later.
We'll see you on the next one. Not getting this will be a 6-hour episode. We're not getting into space pod. We'll see you on the next one.